Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Ava. Hey, K-Braze, Mama Bear, The Real Slim Skittles, A Dose of Reality with Jin Lu, which let me say, please go subscribe to my friend Jin Lu, to Bendy's channel. Did not mean to say it like that. She has an awesome channel, and she actually is the first person who told me they were unsealing these documents today. And I messaged you, Jen, if you wanted to come up after we get through, like, I'll go through some of the documents first. There's 54 pages. I would love for you to come up if you want to. And tonight she's covering an update with Taylor's Business. I know Pointer Lover was asking about that yesterday. Then Amber messaged me with the link, and I thought we should go over these. Hey, Punksy. Hey, The Real Slim Skittles. So I have not seen them yet. I grazed through them just a minute ago, but that's kind of it. Hey, Riddler. Hey, Cray Cray. Search and Rescue Canine. Hey, Bug. Thor. Chris, how are you guys? Thank you for being here. Oh, Riddler, how sweet. So this is my favorite channel. I can't get it to pull up. There we go. Hey, Struggle is Real. Crazy Mama. Kentucky Crime Chick. Yay. Okay, Jen. Hey, Sherry. And another, I don't have it in my Nightbot yet, but Crazy Mama, a friend of the channel, one of my friends, and one of the mods here, started her own channel, and I shared it on my community page. You guys ought to go check it out. And let me share Amber's link too. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pull up. I've got the article these came from, but I'm just going to pull up the documents. Hold on, and let me send Jen the link. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. And yeah, we don't have long until Adam's trial, so it's exciting when we start seeing things happening. I'm going to actually show you guys the article that these came from. So, unsealed documents detailing Harmony Montgomery homicide investigation. The documents reveal how investigators learned from the 5-year-old girl's stepmother, Kayla, that Adam, the child's father, struck Harmony on December 7th, which appeared to cause her death. We have been waiting for these. We're looking for them, with his recent weapons trial and Kayla's testimony and all of that. Aw, welcome, Carla. Thank you for joining. Hey, Shabanae. Thank you, Ava, for sharing Crazy Mama's link. Thank you. Thank you. November for the trial, August for the sentencing. Oh, wait. Okay, I was thinking that his, hey, this Mel. Hey, Danny B. Amelia, I was thinking that was August for the murder trial. Hey, Lori. Okay. So let's just go over to the court documents. We're going to flip through them together. First, we have arrest warrant. Second-degree murder, tampering with witnesses and informants, falsifying physical evidence, abuse of a corpse. I'm struggling today, you guys. I'm sorry. I meant to send the link. And let me do that before I forget. Okay. Probable cause statement for arrest warrants. So this was written by Detective John Dunleavy. He says, I am employed by, and my current assignment and experience is, see attachment A, So we'll look at that in a second. We have the charges there, which I just read: second-degree murder, tampering with witnesses and informants, falsifying physical evidence, abuse of a corpse. This is the state's motion to seal. This is when it was sealed, which was, is it dated? One, Detective John Dunleavy is applying for an arrest warrant for Adam Montgomery for the murder of his then 5-year-old daughter, Harmony Montgomery. While the investigation into the murder of Harmony has been extensive, the investigation remains ongoing. There are additional witnesses who remain to be interviewed, and based on the information they provide, there may be further investigative steps to take. In addition, once the new charges become public, additional witnesses may come forward who had previously been holding back. If the information in the probable cause statement is made public, it could taint those future investigative efforts. This is when it was sealed. Now, here's the attachment A to the probable cause. This is what we want to hear. I'm excited to hear this. Let me check on you guys real quick. Hey, Midwest Meemaw. Thank you again, Amber, for sending this. Hello, Jen.
Hey, babe. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little bit like still shaking off my sleep and all of that. You're actually the first person who I heard this from, that these were dropping today. When you first told me, I was like, I'll just wait around and see. Then Amber messaged me and it had the link with all the documents. And I was like, okay, we better just go ahead and go live about it now.
Well, yeah. And then I was like, she said, then Allie messaged me back and she said, will you come up? Or you should come up. And I'm like, when? And this bitch is like, now. She didn't even message me back. She just went live. I was like, oh, okay. That's how we doing today, huh? Now, bitch, get your ass up here. So here I am. That's all right. I'm supposed to be cleaning, which I already did most of it, so I'm good. But I got a new rug for the living room, and I'm waiting for it to come, and I'm so excited.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, I love when you get new stuff like that. Tonight you'll be resting in your clean house with your new rug, and it'll feel so good.
It will. It will. And I have all the warmers are on with Nadine's melts. I have After the Rain, I believe is the one I have in. And of course, as per usual, it smells heavenly. Y'all got to get these melts. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yes, I'm about to actually try one I hadn't tried yet, which is bombsicle flavored.
Ooh.
It's called something Memories, but it's red, white, and blue, and it has a bombsicle on it.
Ooh, I love a bombsicle.
Ooh, me too. Hey, Steffa, and hey, Keyboard. Also, yes, welcome to Carla. I saw that, Craig. Thank you, though. And I think you just weren't here yet when I mentioned it. Hey, Melissa Jade. Okay, Jen, well, here it is. I guess I'll just read. Stop me if there's something and I'll stop if there's something I see that I want to.
Well, we should probably tell everybody, apparently now I write about 11 billion different articles about this, because mainly what I was looking for was the time when they were going to unseal them. Oh. And none of them had it, but they all said that it's apparently quite graphic. And the whole reason that they were sealed in the first place was because of the weapons trial. That's what the defense was. That's what their argument was to the court. They didn't want him coming out while he was on trial for the weapons charges. But since he got found guilty, that's no longer an issue. And so the judge is like, unseal. But they're supposed to be apparently pretty graphic. So, okay. I'll be hearing them for the first time with you.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I just scrolled through the first few pages and just a glance at what we were looking at, and I have not read anything yet. But I know that we've been talking. Remember, we were looking for these, wondering if they were out and talking about this for a while. So it'll be nice to know.
Yes. Well, of course, that's why I messaged you when I found out. I was like, oh, hell, let me tell Allie. Because we've been talking about this for a hot minute, you and I, trying to find these.
I know. And by the way, I saw that you're doing Show Business update, and I don't know if Pointer Lover's here, but I know I mentioned it at the beginning when I first started. But there are
Oh,
people
okay.
wondering when you were going to when there was going to be an update on that. So
Yes, yes. Sorry. I've the last couple of days I've had a headache just could not shake, no matter how much damn ass Tylenol I took. So, but it finally went away yesterday, and so I'm ready to go live tonight at 9, my usual time slot. So we're going to cover all the business of business,
of the
everything that's
craziness.
left. The messiness.
I'll be there. Yeah,
All right, babe.
messiness. Okay.
All right.
So
Let me be serious.
number one, I am a police officer. I won't read through all of that. This is just who is writing the warrant. He's received training from Manchester Police Department and Training Academy, New Hampshire Police Standards Training Council, yada, yada. The information set forth below is based on information known to me personally through my own investigation and through my communications with other law enforcement officers, including Manchester police officers. Additionally, I reviewed police reports prepared by other law enforcement officers, including Manchester Police, detailing their involvement in the investigation. This affidavit does not contain every fact known to me or other investigators. Rather, it contains material information relevant to determining whether there is sufficient probable cause to believe that Adam committed the crimes of second-degree murder, contrary to RSA, tampering with witness and informants, falsifying physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse.
That's very important, y'all. Did y'all hear that part?
Thank you. Yes.
That's the most important of all the things in this introduction. That is the most important part. It's not all the information known to me. It's just enough to get this arrest warrant.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw it too. Like, it's not everything they know. I'm glad he outlined it just like that. Too bad in Idaho they didn't say that in the arrest affidavit.
In all caps. That would have been a great thing to bust a caps locks on because.
Yes. Quick question. Did Shabusiness Lady use a bread knife?
Oh, gosh. Don't get me lying. It's been a minute since I looked over her criminal complaint, which is the same thing as the arrest affidavit. But I have that. I'm going to mark that down in my memory banks, and I will talk about that tonight.
Okay. All right. So, probable cause. Harmony Montgomery reported missing. So on 11/18/2021, Manchester Police received a call from Crystal Sorey regarding her biological daughter, Harmony. She reported that Harmony, who was in physical custody of her ex, was missing, and she hadn't seen her in over 6 months. Sorey identified her ex as Adam Montgomery. An employee of the Manchester Police Department contacted DCYF and learned of previous addresses associated with Adam. Manchester Police checked those addresses but were unable to locate Adam or Harmony. On December 27th, DCYF notified the Manchester Police Department that they were also unable to locate Harmony. Consequently, the Manchester Police Department initiated an investigation into the whereabouts of Harmony. Over the following days, members of the police department learned Harmony had not been physically seen since approximately October, November 2019. So this was happening December 2021, and she had not been seen since October, November 2019. Sorey, who resides in Massachusetts, notified authorities that she had not seen Harmony since around Easter of 2019. She'd been in physical and legal custody of Adam. The case was subsequently assigned to me. During my follow-up with Crystal, she explained that she had lost custody of the child in July 2018 to the state of Massachusetts because of substance abuse. She said both her and Adam had issues with substance abuse. She reported she's regained sobriety and unsuccessfully made attempts throughout 2021 to locate Adam and Harmony. Adam and his partner, Kayla, had blocked all communication with Crystal through phone numbers and social media applications. Crystal said over the years she made attempts to locate Harmony by contacting various schools and driving by addresses associated with Adam, but she was unable to make any progress. She believes she last saw her during a FaceTime call around Easter of 2019. She said Adam was visible in the background, and she recalled that Harmony seemed frightened.
Can I just say something really quick?
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I just did, but may I?
Yes,
okay. So this narrative that the officer put in actually comes from a different warrant. It's the initial warrant of the child abuse that Adam caught, because while they were investigating Harmony's mom's initial complaint and concerns, they interviewed some of Adam's family, including his uncle, which I have to say this because I caught this today and it just kind of flabbergasted me. His uncle is like a year younger than me. So I'm really an old head. I didn't realize. But anywho.
I'm really an old head.
But anywho, the uncle is the one that said that he had seen Harmony with a black eye and how she got the black eye. Yep. And Kevin. So, yes. And so that's how this all started out, just to refresh everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. And jump in at any time. Look, we're almost at the first interview with Kayla. So I'm nervous. I can't help it, but I'm excited to see. I don't know. Sorry, all the emotions.
Yes,
but yeah, jump in because my brain's all over the place. And you know, what we got to see that arrest affidavit, and I'm sure some of that will be in here, but about Kevin seeing, him openly admitting to punching Harmony, that came from Kevin. But now I believe the same kind of, because the little bit that we do know is that Kayla admitted that he did it with his bare hands on a specific date, so it's just, even though I think Kayla's full of shit and I don't want to believe her, a lot of what she says, I do believe that she's telling the truth. She knows her life is on the line. And I do believe her because it lines up with what he said too. But
right. And here's the deal. If Kayla is not upfront and honest, they're going to revoke the deal that they gave her. And the thing about that is, she's going to do time, obviously, right? Because they dropped everything except for the perjury. All right. But it's one thing to go into a prison on a perjury charge. It is another thing to go into prison as a child unaliver. So she has more reasons to tell the truth than she does to lie. But that's all I have for her. She's not doing it because she's a good person. She's not doing it because it's the right thing to do. She's doing it because it benefits her. We haven't forgotten, Kayla. We see you. Okay,
yes.
That's all I have to say about
this
that.
Mail says that. Yes, we see you. This mail says DCFS saw the black eye when neighbors called because they had no power before she went missing. The uncle talked about bashing her around the house and leaving her in the corner and cleaning. So here's the part about the uncle in the paper. It doesn't say uncle, but it says they were unable to find Adam. However, investigators were able to make contact with various family members, including parties associated with Adam who reside in Florida. Through these family members, investigators received information that Adam had admitted to giving Harmony a black eye in July of 2019. So first interview with Kayla. On December 28th, I spoke with Adam's wife, Kayla. Kayla shares 3 younger children with Adam who are all presently accounted for. During my follow-up with Kayla, I asked about the last time she'd physically seen Harmony. Kayla said that sometime in November, December of 2019, she saw Harmony one morning prior to going to work. Adam said that he was driving Harmony back to Crystal, who was living in Massachusetts at the time. Kayla said she believed Harmony had been returned to Crystal. Kayla claims she never saw or heard about Harmony after that day. Kayla had not physically seen Adam since late October 2021 and had not spoken with him since November. She claimed he was living in a sober house and had then left to live in Maine with another female. And then they make contact with Adam the first time. So in December, which we should make a timeline, honestly, because it's so many details interwoven just to get a clear, now that we have this, we should do that. Okay, so on December 31st, they make contact with Adam and Kelsey Small. That's the young woman who's overdosed now. Small claims she had been romantically involved with Adam for over a year. She was aware that he had 3 children from one mother and another from before that. However, she said he was not in touch with any child from his prior relationship. She claimed he never talked about Harmony, and she had no information where she may be. During our interaction with Adam, we stressed our concern Harmony had not been physically observed in over 2 years, and that we had concern with life. Adam did not exhibit much emotion or reaction to this. Remember those body cams of the police, begging him to talk about Harmony, and he would not. Oh, it's just frustrating. Further interview with Kayla. Okay, so December 31st, she participated in a voluntary interview with Detective Riley and myself. During this interview, she spoke about the last time she saw Harmony. In this interview, she told us that 2 days after Thanksgiving, Adam had taken her to work, which she said was a 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift at Dunkin' Donuts. She said that while Adam was dropping her off, he said he was bringing Harmony to her mom, and he was going to meet her mom and bring Harmony to stay with her. Kayla said later that day, Adam picked her up and no longer had Harmony. She just assumed that he dropped her off in Massachusetts. Detectives were concerned about Kayla's account that Adam claimed he was bringing Harmony to Crystal, especially because Crystal outright denied ever taking custody from Adam at that time of Harmony, or ever seeing Harmony following the video chat in April of 2019.
So she had Kayla is out here just saying, oh, well, I thought he took Harmony over to her mom's house, but yet she's still getting food stamps.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, so I can understand maybe December collecting the food stamps because that's automatically doled out, right? And maybe you don't have time to inform the food stamp place. But what about January? I mean, certainly, don't you think that Harmony's biological mom would have tried to get food stamps in her name, which then would have cut off your food stamps in Harmony's name, just the portion that they were getting for Harmony? Come on, Kayla, stop playing with these people, you lying liar mouth. Oh, I can't. Oh, let me be quiet.
No, that's all right. You're right. I completely agree with you too. It's disgusting, and that's why I have nothing for her. I think that she's almost just as guilty as he is. But anyways, this is kind of interesting. So I guess Crystal had a boyfriend at the time, and I'm glad to see though that police, they interviewed him to make sure that Harmony was never with her. It says she had a boyfriend, Joseph Eckert. They interviewed him, and he confirmed Harmony was not with Crystal at all from October 2019 to present. He's never met Harmony in person. So not only have family members not seen Harmony since 2019, DCYF contacted the school district, and the district said Harmony was not registered for school. Then we have family court locating and protective supervision of Harmony Montgomery. On December 31st, a Ninth Circuit Family Division Manchester granted protective supervision of Harmony to DCYF from Adam via a juvenile abuse neglect ex parte order. At the time of the order, Adam had been Harmony's sole custodian. The order stated specifically that he was ordered to cooperate with the police department in locating Harmony. Detective Riley served Adam with that order on the afternoon of December 31st. Adam refused to provide any information on the whereabouts of Harmony. He said, either arrest me or I'm leaving, and refused to answer additional questions. He was arrested on charges related to Harmony on January 4th, and formally charged and arraigned January 5th for the second-degree assault. Now we're at Kayla Montgomery's grand jury testimony. Here we go. This is really what I've been wanting to see. So on May 20th of 2022, Kayla testified before the grand jury. The grand jury was doing an investigation into Harmony's disappearance. Kayla was under oath for her testimony. During her testimony, she was asked about the last time she saw Harmony. She stated in sum that it was 2 days after Thanksgiving 2019, which would have been 11:30, when Adam dropped her off to work at 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift at Dunkin' Donuts. Harmony was in the car, and he said he was bringing Harmony to Harmony's mother. When Adam picked Kayla up a little after 2, Harmony was no longer with Adam, and Adam said he brought Harmony to her mom. At this time, Kayla said she never saw Harmony after that. This is where she lied to the grand jury, right? Or
oh, sorry, I was muted. No, I was just muted. I mean, I thought that the perjury was related to the weapons, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
But I might be wrong, because I've been wrong lots before.
I've been wrong lots before too. It's hard when you're following so many things at one time, and your brain can only hold so much. But so she told the grand jury a lie at first. Then it says that investigators researched her claim about the location and shift she was working. All Dunkin' Donuts confirmed Kayla was not working there at this time. Records obtained from New Hampshire Employment Security showed the only employer who paid Kayla in November 2019 was a Dunkin' Donuts in Hooksett, New Hampshire, and that Dunkin' Donuts store confirmed that Kayla was fired from that location on 11/23. As a result, an arrest warrant was obtained for Kayla for 2 charges of perjury. She was arrested on the perjury
there we
charges
go.
June 3rd.
There we go, because she lied about where she was working, that she was working and where she was working and all that stuff. Yes, okay, that's right. See, I needed a refresher.
And it's starting to kind of make sense too, because now we're at her first proffer interview. Because that was. But
I'm a little confused about what this Mel said, because the way I interpreted her comment, and I might have interpreted it wrong, so if I did, please correct me. But I thought this Mel was saying that DCFS had seen Harmony, but did they? Because it sounds like from this affidavit, nobody has seen Harmony physically since April.
No, I think before all of that, I thought they had seen. I thought they were, because I feel like in the court records from before, we see there are CPS, some things like that are out there. It's been so long, I'd have to go back and see. But I think they did lay eyes on her at one point before all of that. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we'll go back.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out, when somebody with some type of credibility, right, actually saw this sweet baby. Because it just seems like she just sort of fell through the cracks. I don't know.
Mel says in July of 2019 they saw her. I remember.
Okay.
Because there's a report where they come back and say that the kids were looking, healthy and fine. I remember seeing something of that. But
so then if they reported that, then maybe. So then DCFS, did they see her with this black guy? That's the part I'm confused about, because it seems like if they would have seen her with that black eye, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like I think it would be more maybe if Harmony backed up the story, right, because she was scared and she said, yeah, I fell, right, and she wouldn't change from that, and they didn't have anything other corroborating evidence, somebody else contradicting it who was an actual witness. I can see sort of where maybe DCFS felt like they didn't have the authority to do anything, but then why did they just completely drop the ball? That's the part I'm having trouble with, because if you suspect something and you see an injury to a child, right, and you think, okay, well, this story is not making a whole lot of sense, but we can't really prove it. Why was there no, it seemed like there was just nothing after that. And that's what's so heartbreaking, I think.
It is heartbreaking. And Mel says that she was, yeah, because they said healthy except a shiner. Yes, they saw it. Adam said she tripped and fell.
Thank you, this Mel, because I was confused about that. I was not understanding the timeline, and I just don't understand why they just, after that, they were just like, oh, well.
I feel like on one of the last lives we read through some of the reports from that time that reference that. I'll go back and maybe we should do that thing. But
we might have to do some. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something because it's not click. I mean, I don't think that anybody would disagree, and probably even CPS themselves, that there was failures.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. It's a shame too. It sucks watching it happen over and over again. So, okay, Kayla's first proffer interview. During the proffer interview, Kayla admitted she had lied during her grand jury testimony. She stated that she had information related to Harmony Montgomery. Kayla stated that the family, herself, Adam, Harmony, SM, and DM, were evicted from where they were living on Guilford Street in Manchester the day before Thanksgiving 2019, which would have been 11/27. Kayla said after that they were living in their vehicle, which we know to be a Chrysler Sebring. During their time living out of the vehicle, they stayed in the parking lot of Colonial Village on River Road in Manchester, where their friend Anthony lived. Kayla stated that from Thanksgiving up until the beginning of December, Bodero saw Harmony and the other two boys and would wave at them. She also said that Bodero brought them Thanksgiving leftovers while they were in the Sebring, and that he saw Harmony at the time and he and Harmony waved at each other. What a life for these kids. Having Thanksgiving leftovers in the car they live in. That's some bullshit. Kayla stated that on the day the Sebring broke down, December. Okay, this must be how she, remember, because I was like, she knows the exact date. Okay, Kayla stated on the day the Sebring broke down, known to be December 7th, 2019, as discussed in further detail below, Adam struck Harmony, which caused her death. Kayla stated, wow, I didn't expect that like that. Kayla stated that while living in the vehicle together, Adam was extremely upset that Harmony was not saying when she needed to go to the bathroom and was having accidents in the car. Kayla stated that after each incident, Adam would get upset and would strike Harmony in the face and head with a closed fist. Kayla stated that on December 7th, prior to the vehicle breaking down, Adam struck Harmony in the face or head on 3 separate occasions because she had a bathroom accident. This happened while Adam was driving the vehicle. Kayla described that Harmony was in the rear seat on the passenger side, and while Adam was driving, he turned his body and delivered sets of 3 to 4 blows with a closed fist to Harmony's face or head on 3 separate occasions over the course of a few minutes. Kayla stated that after the final blow, Adam said words to the effect that he felt something or heard something when he hit Harmony and, quote, I think I really hurt her this time. I think I did something, unquote. Harmony began making a moaning type noise, which went on for roughly 5 minutes and then stopped. At no time did anyone stop or get Harmony medical attention as a result of this assault. Kayla said this happened in the morning when they were on their way to Burger King in Manchester, and afterwards the family returned to the parking lot of the Colonial Village apartments. The family stayed at Colonial Village for approximately 20 minutes, during which time no one checked on Harmony. Kayla could not recall exactly what they did during this 20-minute time period. Oh my God, Jen.
Wow.
Kayla said that after approximately, oh, go ahead. You go ahead. And then we'll
No,
finish.
It's horrific. I have, just keep going.
Okay. Kayla said that after approximately 20 minutes, the family left the Colonial Village apartments, and shortly thereafter, their car broke down. Kayla said she thought the car died at probably 8 or 9 a.m. According to police department records, the car was broken down in the intersection of Elm Street and Webster Street at approximately noon on December 7th. Kayla said it was at that time that she and Adam discovered that Harmony was not breathing and was deceased. Kayla stated that Adam went to the trunk of the vehicle, removed clothing from a black and red Under Armour duffel bag, and placed the lifeless body of Harmony into the bag. Kayla stated at no point did either of them have any conversation about getting any type of life-saving measures for Harmony, and that Adam simply put Harmony's dead body into the bag and walked it back to the parking lot of the Colonial Village apartments. So were there other two kids in the car and witnessed all of that too?
Right.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Kayla, and you know what? If she's having accidents in your precious little car that you're making the baby live in, get her some damn pull-ups or something. Shame on you. Oh. See, this is why I have nothing for Kayla. Kayla indicated that once back at Colonial Village, Badero drove them from the apartment complex back to their vehicle to collect their belongings before the vehicle was towed. Kayla said that Badero then allowed them to stay in his Audi, parked in the parking lot for 2 or 3 days over the weekend. In a second proffer interview, let's see. Kayla stated that while they were staying in Badero's Audi after Harmony's death, Adam was keeping the bag with Harmony's body inside of the trunk of the vehicle, but also would leave it out on the snow to stop the decomposition of the body from happening. Okay. Anthony Badero he testified in front of the grand jury. This is the guy whose Audi they were staying in. And during his testimony, he said that after the family was evicted, he allowed them to stay in his car. He testified he did not see Harmony in the Audi, that it was only Adam, Kayla, and the two younger boys. He never bothered to ask where Harmony was.
Jeez.
He said that he only let them stay there for 2 days, but was not aware of where the Montgomery family was possibly living in a different car in the parking lot to his apartment building for additional days. His own car before it got messed up. And when they got dropped off, they had nothing but 2 boys' formula and diapers. Not even a bag of clothes.
Oh my God.
Then we have Donna Dimmers, which is girlfriend. She testified in front of the grand jury. She testified about the Thanksgiving leftovers, and she had a brief opportunity to look inside the car they were staying in, and she only saw the 2 younger children. Then Anthony also had a proffer interview. He admitted he's a crack and fentanyl dealer. Okay. He would buy their food stamps off of them prior to them staying in his vehicle and after they stayed in his vehicle. After Thanksgiving, he came to him with the 2 boys and asked and no Harmony, and asked if they could stay with them due to them being evicted. They had a few belongings and a trash bag. He offered them his Audi to sleep. He repeatedly denied seeing Harmony and stated he only knew the family had been staying in the parking lot for 2 nights in his Audi. Donna Dimmers' proffer interview. Oh, okay, here we go. She must have seen the body bag or the duff. I'm sorry, the duff bag. Hold on. Okay, sorry, and excuse me for saying that. So she stated stated she only stayed at his house part-time and primarily lived with her parents. She said she recalled the Montgomerys arriving at the apartment complex and they appeared stressed and mostly concerned with getting drugs. She recalled them carrying duffel bags and trash bags, and when asked if there was any color to the duffel bags, she stated she believed there was, but could not recall any details. She remembered Adam, Kayla, and their 2 boys arriving, but was adamant she never saw Harmony. She remembered bringing fresh Thanksgiving leftovers out to their car. Let's see. So at the time, their kids were 2.5 and 10 months old.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Facebook and Google search warrants. During the investigation, search warrants were obtained from Facebook and Google. Location data from Google was consistent with the Montgomerys staying in Colonial Village parking lot, which corroborates Kayla's account of the time period they stayed there. In addition, another witness interviewed during the investigation recalled personally interacting with them while they were staying in that parking lot. She also did not see Harmony at this time. Let's see. Interviews of Courtney O'Brien and Matt Garcia. On January 5th, investigators spoke with Courtney O'Brien, who said her husband Matt had known Adam their entire life. She related how she and Garcia had seen Adam, Kayla, Harmony, and the 2 boys Thanksgiving night, and that the family was living out of the Sebring at the time. She also recalled a conversation she had with Adam, where Adam said Harmony was with her mom, that it happened really fast and Harmony wouldn't stop peeing her pants and she was better off with her mom. That's interesting how little details like that leak through, her peeing pants when that's what caused it. And you'd think about him sitting there in that courtroom and looking so evil, like no wonder, because he is pure evil.
Right.
He's
right. Right.
Thank you guys who came in.
What was the year of the Sebring? What year was that? Because, I mean, those are older. I don't know that there's I don't know. Sebring is not a vehicle that I would, that I like, frankly. I just don't get how you would value that vehicle more than your child. I can't wrap my brain around any of this. And I cannot wrap my brain around another adult doing nothing. I mean, I would risk my life for any child. I would intervene, and I cannot understand. I mean, now I will say this as a disclaimer. We have to reiterate that this is not everything they have. This is not all the things that Kayla told them, but I'm kind of shocked that if there's physical abuse, they didn't put it in. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I don't care. I'm sorry. I try not to be this person, but I in this instance, I have to be, because I don't give a rat's fat kneecap. I would get in between a child and an adult. I don't care, even if it put my own life at risk, because I'm bigger and I can make enough racket that somebody will call the cops. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they were in a home. They were in a freaking vehicle in the parking lot of an apartment complex.
Yeah, he hits her and then she makes a weird moaning sound for 5 minutes and you guys aren't. I mean, my kids fall down in the driveway and scrape their knee on gravel. And there's a whole to-do about making sure they're okay, looking at it, cleaning it off, comforting them a little bit. I just don't understand how a baby can be hurt like that and you just keep doing what you're doing. What the hell?
Right. Exactly. And the fact is that it sounds like when he did what he did to Harmony, it was in that vehicle. So,
my God. Well, I think there is more evidence, because the next one after this, the next letter, I saw something of like Harmony's. Hold on.
Okay. Let's just keep reading. Let me not interrupt. It's so hard to hear these details, but we owe it to Harmony because these are the details she suffered with. Poor little baby.
Absolutely. And interrupt anytime you have something, because I love hearing from you, and I think it's good for all of us to get little breaks as we're going through this, because it's tough. But yeah, see here it says finding Harmony's DNA in the Chrysler Sebring. But I don't know what's there yet. But okay, so now we're at interviews with Courtney O'Brien and Matt Garcia. So Courtney O'Brien and her husband Matt Garcia Matt and her Adam knew each other their entire lives. She related how she and Garcia saw Adam, Kayla, Harmony, and the two boys on Thanksgiving night 2019, and the family was living out of the Sebring. She also recalled a conversation she had with Adam sometime between December and January, which Adam said Harmony was with her mom. It happened really fast, and she wouldn't stop peeing her pants, better off with mom. Then they spoke with Matt, Courtney's husband, separate from Courtney. And he explained that he and Adam met when he was 14. He considered Adam to be a friend. He said the only time he saw Harmony was on Thanksgiving when they were living in the car. He told investigators about a phone call he had with Adam on December 31st, which was after news broke that Harmony was missing. Garcia said he asked Adam about the news regarding Harmony, and Adam said he had talked to police that morning. Adam told Garcia he didn't know why the police were bothering him and that he gave Harmony back to her mother after Garcia had seen her on Thanksgiving. Garcia said, Adam said, he goes, the kid wouldn't stop pissing and shitting everywhere. She was driving me nuts. We were living in the car, so I let her, and I had her mom come and get her. That was a quote. Garcia elaborated, speaking as if he was Adam, that Harmony was having her accidents everywhere, all the time, every 5 minutes. We were living in a car. I couldn't take it. I had to give her to her mom. Well, you know what? The kid having accidents like that is a sign of trauma anyways.
Correct. And not to mention the fact that if Harmony was with her mother, that is something that's so very easily verified. And so the fact that it was on the news that Harmony was missing was a gigantic, huge ass red flag. I mean, to anybody that had any dealings with Adam at all, period. I will never be able to, I cannot get my brain around this.
I know, Jen. I can't either. And hey, you guys coming in, Nana Banana, Shit Shaker, Bless Mama, Passive Pecker Nuts. Thank you guys for being here. Mrs. Italy says, I'm working, but I'm listening while I take care of these animals. I take better care of a stranger's pets than some do of their own kids. That's ridiculous, but true.
It is.
Yeah, ain't no toilet in the car, dumbass. And Amber says, there's no damn bathroom in a car. Thank you.
There isn't.
Oh, what did
and
he
nobody
expect?
gives a rat's fat kneecap about your busted ass Sebring, Adam. Piece of shit. Sorry, y'all. I just can't.
The information from O'Brien and Garcia is consistent with Kayla's information that Adam would get upset with Harmony over her bathroom accident and eventually killed her due to having a bathroom accident in the car. So in finding Harmony's DNA in the Chrysler, investigators located the Chrysler that the Montgomery family lived in after being evicted from their Gifford Street home in which Harmony was killed. The vehicle was the subject of a call for service at approximately noon on December 7th at the intersection of Webster Street and Elm Street in Manchester. This is consistent with Kayla's statement in her prof interview that Adam killed Harmony on the day their Sebring broke down. Tow documents showed that the tow company was on scene to tow the Sebring from approximately 12:52 to 1:39. The Sebring was thereafter treated as an abandoned vehicle, and a vehicle tracking report created by Auto City Collision Repair Center for the Sebring noted that later, on December 16th, there was no power to the dash, and an attempt to jumpstart the Sebring resulted in the car immediately starting to smoke. The Sebring was eventually sold to Herbert's Used Auto Parts in Goffston, New Hampshire on or about January 29, 2020, where it was located by detectives on, January 1st, 2022. That car sat there for 2 years before police found it. The manager of the auto parts consented to the search and seizure. That's crazy. When the Sebring was searched inside the vehicle, investigators located a pink Trolls electric toothbrush, which was assigned property number JMT7. This toothbrush was submitted to the New Hampshire State Police Forensic Laboratory for potential DNA. A buccal swab was taken from Crystal Sorey by consent and was also submitted to the state lab for comparison. Upon completion of the analysis, Katie Swanger, PhD and Criminalist 2 at the state lab, issued a report dated January 19, 2022, where she wrote, "The DNA obtained from the toothbrush is from a biological female. The DNA profile obtained from the toothbrush cannot be excluded as that from a biological child of Crystal Sorey." So it was Harmony's. It should be noted that Harmony is the only female child of Crystal Sorey.
Wow.
And that the toothbrush, the DNA profile obtained is that of Harmony Montgomery. Movement.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we lost Allie. And now it's up to me. Oh, boy. Let me see what's going on in the chat till Allie gets back. Hold on, let me see something. I have to agree with everybody talking. Allie got kicked off, I guess, but not by me. I don't have that kind of control. But I'll say this to the comments in the chat that I'm seeing about the accidents, and the thing of it is, and this is what makes this additionally heartbreaking. Children are very adept at when they are abused, reading their abuser, right? So they know when there's signs when an abuser is about to lash out, and children will do everything and anything and everything to not have that happen. And so I would imagine the reason that sweet baby was having those accidents and not saying anything is because she was scared, because Adam was exhibiting tells that he had shown to her before, and when he would hurt her, and she was trying to avoid being abused. I mean, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Good luck to you in prison, Adam, with your teardrop tattoo, you piece of shit. Hi, Allie. Are you back? Can you hear me? Hello? Well, she's muted.
Urgh.
There she goes.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, now you can hear me. Thank you.
Okay.
I just looked up, and next thing you know, I was sitting on a backstage screen. It was like something went wrong.
I just looked up, and next thing you know, I'm the solo panel, and I was like, oh hell, I wasn't ready.
Okay, well, I don't know where I missed off, but it was just they found her DNA, and now we're about to see the movements of her body. And I don't know if you heard me, but I asked you before I fell off, do you think we're going to find out about the sewer and the refrigerator and stuff like that?
I don't know because usually in a arrest, probable cause arrest affidavit, whatever, they go by different names. Usually they will put in information that's confirmatory, right? So if there was any evidence in the sewers or in the refrigerator, it would be, I would think, in this. If there wasn't, though, I don't think it would be, but I don't know. I never can tell, which I should do that you just gave me a great idea. I think one of these trials, like coming up, that like this one, what we should do is do some kind of show after the trial starts or after it's ended. Mainly, that's really when we should do it, and compare what was in the probable cause affidavit to what we learned at trial, so that maybe we can better understand why law enforcement writes these the way that they do and what evidence they choose to include and not include.
I love that idea. And I think Letitia Stalk would be a perfect one for that.
Yes, let's do that. Then maybe we can figure out this system, and when we have newer cases that are coming up, right, it'll give us a better understanding of it, and we'll be able to speak intelligently about it.
Awesome idea. And Mel, whatever, thank you so much. I appreciate that a ton. I really do. And she said, I'm usually a replay bish or lurking.
Well, we love that you're chatting.
Yes. Okay, so movements of Harmony's body by Adam. Harmony's body moved to Kayla's mother's residence on Dubuque Street. So in her June 3rd proffer, Kayla explained how Harmony's body was moved to various locations over the course of the next several months. She stated that after living in Bodero's Audi in the Colonial Village parking lot, that they then moved in with her mother, Christina Lubin, and her mother's boyfriend, John Galian, at 258 Dubuque Street in Manchester. Kayla said that when they arrived at the residence, Harmony's body, which was still in a duffel bag, was placed inside of a red cooler with a white top in the common hallway of the apartment building. She stated the body was left there the whole time the family stayed there until the end of December 2019. On February 18, 2022, Lubin testified before the grand jury. During her testimony, she explained that in December, Adam, Kayla, SM, and DM moved in to live with her for 2 or 3 weeks, and they left on December 30th or 31st. Lubin said they did not have Harmony with them, and Kayla told her that Harmony had gone back to live with her mother at a rehab facility. Lubin testified that during this time frame, she was not aware of Adam or Kayla making any effort to get in touch with Harmony or Sori. She also testified that in that time frame, she did not see Adam or Kayla cry about not having Harmony. After Kayla's proffer interview, I traveled to 258 Dubuque Street and obtained a consent to search from Lubin and Galian. I explained to Lubin that I needed to obtain a red cooler with a white lid. Lubin stated the cooler had been in her bedroom closet for close to 2 years. I asked her if this cooler had previously been in the common hallway, and she confirmed it was. Lubin and Galian consented to the search and seizure of the cooler. The cooler was submitted to the state lab for processing. According to reports received from the state lab, the results of a screening test performed on samples from the cooler were negative for the presence of blood. In addition, no suitable areas of friction ridge detail were developed on the cooler. And then there's the cooler. Harmony's body moved to families in transition shelter on Lake Avenue. Law enforcement previously knew, and Kayla confirmed, that after leaving her mother's, they moved into a families in transition shelter. Kayla said that the Under Armour bag with Harmony's body was brought to the shelter as well. Kayla said that Adam placed it in the ceiling vent in the bedroom. Kayla stated that during this time there was liquid coming from the bag containing Harmony's dead body, and there was an odor. She said Adam placed a trash bag around the bag to keep it from leaking. Oh my God.
And this is particularly damning because you see how they were able to find resources, right? So there was no reason for them to be in that dadgum Sebring in the first damn ass place. See, this is why I get irritated with people like this. They can be they're motivated when they want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a damn good point. They're damn sure motivated to find drugs.
Yeah, they are.
So then the police went to this shelter, and here's a picture of that room and the ceiling vent that she was talking about. Oh my God. Detectives removed the vent in order to check the top side of the ceiling sheetrock. There, next to the opening for the ceiling vent, detectives located a large area of staining. This area is directly next to the ceiling vent where Kayla described that Adam put Harmony's body in the Under Armour bag. Detectives noted that this area had a smell consistent with decomposition. The photo below was taken by a detective who was standing up in the ceiling vent hole after the vent was removed. The area of staining is circled. And there's a picture of it. My God.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were looking for Harmony at this time, were they not?
Well, I think that this was just like a month after she had passed. They weren't looking for her yet because they didn't made aware of her.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Okay.
But it is confusing with it all, like, because it's just all intertwined, and the way they're going through this document is back and forth. They're going back in time and then in present, back in time and then in the present, so it's a little confusing. A large section of the ceiling sheetrock was removed and seized, which included the stain, metal framing, and the hole for the ceiling vent. The ceiling vent itself was also seized. The photo below shows the area of sheetrock with metal framing that was seized. The area of staining is again circled. Forensic testing of the ceiling. The ceiling sheetrock with the metal framing attached together with the vent were submitted to the state lab for latent friction processing fingerprint. It says in a report dated June 10th, 2022, they wrote that 13 areas of friction ridge detail were developed, 6 on the metal framing attached to the sheetrock and 7 on the vent itself. All of the areas of friction ridge detail were sufficient to be identifiable, and some of the areas contain multiple impressions. In all, they analyzed 10 identifiable impressions, 9 from the metal vent and 1 from the framing. All 9 of the identifiable impressions matched Adam Montgomery. 3 to his left middle finger, 2 to his left little finger, 1 to his left ring and middle fingers, 1 to his left index finger. And then they found the drywall worker's fingerprints on there, and that's it. Then they confirmed that serology testing on the ceiling section produced several positive samples for human fluids. The state lab attempted DNA analysis on the ceiling section, but it was not successful due to what has been explained to me as the presence of potential inhibitors, which prevented further analysis. 2 samples were cut and they were sent to the DNA labs, and as was Harmony's DNA profile obtained from the toothbrush. When tested, one of the samples from the stain and the sample from the metal framing had an insufficient amount of DNA, and no further analysis was performed. The other sample from the stain indicated a mixture of at least 2 individuals with at least 1 male contributor. Due to the complex nature of the mixed DNA profile, it was inconclusive for comparison purposes. The decision was made to send the entire ceiling section to the DNA labs with the expectation that, seeing the section, analysts there would be able to identify the best areas for testing. There was darker staining observed under some of the metal framing pieces. Let's see. So there's pictures from under the metal frame. I think they found like more, more that they were able to test. It says the ceiling section and removed framing were submitted to the DNA Labs International for testing. 2 samples were collected from the sheetrock, which were then combined into 1 sample. The DNA profile obtained from the sample indicated at least 1 female contributor and was interpreted as 2 contributors. The report noted the DNA profile obtained from the sample is approximately 4.1 billion times more probable if the sample originated from Harmony Montgomery and an unknown person originated from 2 unknown persons. So her DNA was found up in the ceiling.
Yes. and which is good. Sad, okay. Obviously, I think that goes without saying that all of this is incredibly sad and tragic and just completely disheartening. However, I was worried that this is technically still all the way up until November at this point. That's when his trial is scheduled for a no body crime, and those are difficult. And then you have Kayla, who essentially is going to be very important to the state's case. However, it's Kayla, and she's a liar. So at the end of the day, there's going to be credibility issues that the defense raises. But now that they have DNA that's confirmatory as coming from as belonging to Harmony, it puts the state in a better position as far as that goes. And there's I don't know, there's not like a way to say that. And I'm trying to be as delicate as I possibly can be, but I don't know a more delicate way to say that.
Yeah, some of this stuff you just can't. Okay, so his jury selection begins November 20th. Was it supposed to be in August initially? Because why am I remembering that as...
I think maybe because his sentencing is in August. But now this makes sense. So I did see somebody ask in the chat earlier or say why did they wish the weapons trial came after the body. But the thing of it is, it makes sense to me why they would do the weapons charges before they do the murder trial, and that is because they're still hoping that they can find Harmony.
Yeah.
So once he goes on trial, right, the state has no bargaining chip. You know, they can, up until the trial, they can go to Adam and be like, look, this is the plea deal we're willing to give you if you tell us where Harmony's body is. Now, will they do that? I don't know. And I kind of doubt it, but they do want to find her. So they might. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do, but they could, is my point.
Right. Okay, so on June 23rd, she did a second proffer interview. And during this one, she described a time when a maintenance worker came to check the vent in their unit at the FIT shelter after a complaint from another resident who Kayla identified as Paula from apartment number 5. Kayla said that once people at FIT started saying they could smell something, Adam took the Under Armour bag containing her body, which was inside of a trash bag from the ceiling, put it all inside of another trash bag, and then replaced it in the ceiling. Kayla said that once maintenance was called to check the vent, Adam put the trash bags, Under Armour bag / Harmony's body into the closet. Kayla stated that when maintenance the vent, they said it must have been a dead mole or something because they didn't see anything up there. Paula was identified as Paula Fabrez. On July 28th, I spoke with her via telephone, and she said that Adam, Kayla, and their 2 kids moved into the shelter about 2 or 3 weeks after she moved in. Hold on one second.
Okay. I think in cases like this is just my opinion. I almost think that I don't think Kayla should get anything, to be quite honest with you. I think that because I think that she should be an accessory after the fact, or an accessory. I think she ought to be charged the same way that he is, because not only did she do nothing, she had so much time to say something, do something, anything, and she did exactly nothing. And the truth of the matter is, I tried to see it, like maybe Adam had her so beaten down mentally, that broken on top of the drug habit, that she would be scared. But I can't see it now. I can't.
I'm with you. I don't understand. I mean, especially once she was away from him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like when she's with him, I could see maybe some fear. But once you're living on your own and he's with another woman, and, you know, I just don't understand how you didn't. She actually lied to the grand jury, you know?
Exactly. And the fact of the matter is, I just can't. I can't with her. I don't. There are many instances when I can see a battered spouse and understand. But there's something about Kayla that I can't.
I don't either.
I mean, yeah.
So Paula is the lady who smelled something, and she says that she recalls Adam one time bringing up his daughter. When asked where his daughter was, he said she was with his mother, Harmony's grandmother. I asked her about a complaint that the Montgomery's apartment smelled, and she said it was her friend Mandy who made the complaint. She stated Mandy dropped off some clothes for the newborn and noted the apartment smelled. She stated that Mandy was now deceased. He received a copy of maintenance reports from 177 Lake Ave. One report stated that on February 5th, 2020, while the Montgomery still resided in apartment 1, the residents of apartment 2 noted there was a slight odor when they turned on the heat. Oh my God. In addition, there was a report of a weird smell coming from the vents inside of apartment 1, which was requested to be looked at. This was the same unit where Adam and Kayla lived, and it was made just after they moved out. See, now Harmony's body has been moved to Union Street. Now, this is where the refrigerator, remember? So in Kayla's first proffer interview, she stated that after living at Lake Avenue, they moved into an apartment at 644 Union Street in Manchester. Police were previously in possession of a lease agreement that was apparently signed by Adam and Kayla on February 20th of 2020 for themselves and 2 children. Kayla said that when they moved to the apartment, they brought Harmony's body with them. She said that Adam put the Under Armour duffel bag with Harmony's body into a plastic bin storage container, which was then pushed on a stroller from 177 Lake Ave over to 644 Union Street. Kayla said that Adam first placed the plastic bin storage container into a closet in the bedroom. Kayla said that Adam then at one point took the Under Armour bag out of the plastic bin storage container and that the Under Armour bag was leaking. Kayla said Adam put another trash bag around the Under Armour bag and placed it in the refrigerator of 644 Union Street.
There you go. That's why the refrigerator. Okay, that makes sense now. See, we're finding all this out.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Then Harmony's body was moved into a maternity bag. Kayla stated that at some point after Harmony's body was in the refrigerator, Adam transferred Harmony's body from the Under Armour duffel bag into a new bag. Kayla stated that this happened in the bathroom. Kayla stated that on the day in question, Adam spent 4 to 6 hours inside the bathroom with the shower running. Kayla then described Adam as placing Harmony's dead body inside of what she described as a Catholic Medical Center maternity bag. This bag was much smaller than the Under Armour duffel bag, and it would not likely fit Harmony's body unless it was dismembered or grossly distorted. Kayla described an odor coming from the bathroom and saw steam coming from the bathroom when Adam would open the door. Kayla recalled the scent of cleaning supplies in the bathroom when he finished up. She stated afterwards that Adam placed the maternity bag inside of the freezer. She described the refrigerator as a standard refrigerator freezer combo. Oh my God. After this interview, police obtained a bag that they suspected may be the same one into which Harmony's body had been placed. During her second interview, she identified the bag shown below as being the same style as the maternity bag into which Harmony's body was placed. A tote bag? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Wow.
In her second proffer interview, Kayla said that Adam actually transferred Harmony's body from the duffel bag into the maternity bag while they were still at 177. She said this happened about a day or two after maintenance checked the vent, and that the bags with Harmony's body were in the closet during that 1 to 2 day time frame. She said Adam made the transfer to the CMC maternity bag in the bathroom of apartment 1, zipped the maternity bag shut, and put it in the closet. Then it was moved to Portland Pie Company freezer on Elm Street. She stated that she herself then brought the maternity bag containing Harmony's body to Adam's place of work, Portland Pie Company on Elm Street. This was done at Adam's request the same day Adam transferred the body into the maternity bag while they were living at 177 Lake Ave. Kayla stated she pushed SM and DM to Portland Pie Company in a front back stroller, and the maternity bag was with Harmony's body was between the two boys in the stroller.
Oh my God.
Kayla said Adam kept the maternity bag with Harmony's body in the walk-in cooler at the restaurant for a week or so until they moved. This is horrific. I mean, these boys are going to find that out when they get older.
Yeah, they are.
They talked to an employee and who was a server at the restaurant and manager until about a month before it closed. They closed on March 1st of 2020. He recalled seeing the bag in the cooler and on a couple occasions on both the floor and the shelf, but never questioned Montgomery about it since he had children. He described it as a tote with straps that was possibly white, red, or pink. He said he had seen Adam and only him handling the bag and bringing it in. A delivery driver also vaguely recalled Adam tucking a bag in the cooler, but couldn't remember the details of it. My God. Harmony's body. Yeah, at his damn work. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Ugh. Kayla also revised in the 623 proffer that she was actually in the Union Street bathroom when Adam took Harmony out of the maternity bag. A photo of the bathroom follows for reference, just for size and layout purposes. Kayla said Adam took Harmony out of the bag in the Union Street bathroom so he could add lime to the maternity bag to help with decomposition of Harmony's body. She explained that Adam dumped Harmony's body out of the CMC bag into the shower. Kayla said Harmony wasn't bones. She had skin, teeth, and hair, and Kayla could still tell it was her. Kayla said Adam put about half the bag of lime or a little more into the CMC bag, and she showed with her hands that the bag of lime was consistent with a 40-pound bag. Based on Kayla's description of this process, Adam had a difficult time fitting Harmony's bag back into the maternity bag. Her body was frozen. Kayla saw water in the shower and tried squishing Harmony's flesh to thaw it and make it easier to fit her into the bag. Kayla helped cut Harmony's clothes off of her body to make her fit into the bag better as well. Kayla described Adam eventually pushing and pushing on her body, and then she heard a bang. She was not able to elaborate on what this bang was. Adam also banged the maternity bag on the floor while zipping it. Kayla stated that she also helped zip close the maternity bag, and the maternity bag finally zipped shut and it went into the apartment freezer. He then cleaned up the bathroom with ammonia. I'm sorry, but this bitch deserves to get in just as much trouble as him. This is ridiculous. She recognized, she helped fit her in the bag. She helped zip it up. Oh my God.
You're right. I mean, I don't understand this. I'm at a loss, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just at a loss. Maybe I'll get some wits about me in a minute here, but for right now, I am just at an absolute loss. This bitch is disgusting. They're both disgusting.
Yes, they are. Oh my God. Crime Curious says Kayla needs her ass whipped over and over for the rest of her damn life. I'm so angry right now. This is insane. And now I'm picturing her ridiculous testimony at the gun trial.
Yes.
My God. Yeah, I thought about that too. If you had gotten food from that place, or that's just, oh my God. On June 30th, Detective Rahill received maintenance records from Dennis Cloutier, who was the maintenance person when Adam and Kayla lived in Union Street. It should be noted a service request was executed on February 27th. The request reads, snake tub and fix lever. The request was 5 days after Adam's employment ended at the... Wait, so they had to put a snake down the tub?
Yes.
Oh my God almighty.
Which now we understand the searching that they were doing.
Yep. In the sewers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
U-Haul rented to dispose of Harmony's body. Kayla stated that Adam kept the bag with Harmony's body inside of the freezer until sometime during the spring of 2020. She wasn't sure if it was March or May. He rented a U-Haul and during the overnight hours made a trip to an unknown destination to dispose of Harmony's body. Kayla stated she did not know the location of where he dumped Harmony's body. He returned in the morning hours, but she could not recall an exact time. At the time that he disposed of the body, they stayed in a Econo Lodge or Comfort Inn. He placed the bag in the mini refrigerator of the hotel at this time. They were accompanied by Travis Beach and his girlfriend, Brittany. Manchester police know Brittany to be referenced to a specific person. Kayla recalled that Adam went to rent the U-Haul with either Travis or Brittany or both, and it was a van with a large $19.99 on the back. After the U-Haul was rented, Adam left in the middle of the night, approximately midnight or 1 a.m. He told her he was leaving and would be back, and he took the maternity bag. She didn't see him have anything else with him. Kayla said Adam didn't want her to know where he was going in case something like this happened, apparently in reference to Kayla proffering this information to police. Kayla said Adam then returned at approximately 5 or 6 a.m. that same morning. When he returned, he seemed very tired, and he said words to the effect of, "It's done." Kayla said she didn't see the bag after that. It should be noted in Kayla's second proffer, her statements were consistent about the U-Haul and did not materially differ from her original proffer. Corroboration of Adam using the U-Haul to dispose of her body. So let's see. There was a tip line when they started looking into her, and on February 26th, there was a call that came through the Harmony Montgomery tip line. The tipster wanted to remain anonymous. They stated that a Jenny Paris and her boyfriend, Travis Beach, had come to the tipster's residence a month ago and disclosed that approximately 2 years ago, Adam Montgomery frantically asked Beach if he could rent Adam a U-Haul truck. The tipster stated that Adam did not disclose what the U-Haul truck was going to be used for, but that Adam asked Beach in a frantic manner to rent the vehicle. The detective located Beach and Paris at Elm Street in the rear parking lot of an apartment and attempted to interview Beach. Beach was uncooperative and stated he would not answer any questions unless it was with his attorney or probation or parole officer. Then they made contact with them at the parole office, and they said that they had so Beach stated he had a run-in with Adam. And Adam continued to say, "I fucked up. I'm so fucked." Beach stated Adam wouldn't tell him what he meant when he said, "I'm fucked up. I'm so fucked." Beach stated he was with Brittany and Adam was with Kayla and their 2 boys. Beach was asked if he had ever seen Harmony, and he said he had not. Adam asked them to rent a U-Haul and recalled Brittany renting Adam a box truck from the U-Haul on South Willow Street. Beach had never seen or heard of Harmony.
Mm-mm-mm.
My God.
Mm.
Then they talked to an inmate about Travis Beach. And this inmate had known him for 7 to 8 years. And they said they had a conversation with Beach a few weeks prior. They said they were at a drug house getting high and smoking crack. Beach stated he had something to tell Johnson that was eating at him. Beach stated Adam Montgomery was one of his best friends. Johnson stated also present at the time was Beach's girlfriend, Jenny Paris. Beach stated Adam called him to come over to his place, and Adam said he fucked up, that he did wrong and needed his help. Johnson stated Beach's girlfriend then stopped him from saying anything further to Johnson about Adam's statements. Johnson said the tone of the conversation was that Beach was going to say Adam killed the child and disposed of the body, and was asking him for a few days to help him get rid of stuff. They drove around the county for the next few days getting rid of stuff. Johnson stated that Beach never mentioned body parts, but that it was stuff wrapped in plastic or plastic bags. Johnson also mentioned Adam asking for tools and supplies that included blankets and tarps. Oh my God. I wonder if there's still a chance they could find this bag with her remains in it, or would there be, I don't know what would be left, but I wish they could find it.
Me too. She's just out there in the world somewhere in a damn bag.
Yeah. Oh
How
my
do
God.
you do that to another human being? But how do you do that to your own child? Like, it is when you have a child, it's an unspoken agreement between you and that child. Do you know that? I just don't understand it. I just do not. I can't even figure out how this fool got her in the first damn ass place. Why he was better than, anybody else in the entire world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I just can't.
Hey, Amy in Boston, Tess, hey, you guys, and bye, Riddler. I hope you have a good day.
Bye,
Zoomer
Riddler.
Mom, I don't think he's only got second-degree murder charge, so
right.
No. Okay, so Kayla explained the reason why she initially said the last time she saw Harmony was when Adam dropped her off to work, was because Adam told her to say that time frame and to say that Adam was returning Harmony to her mother. She said in essence that Adam told her she wouldn't get in trouble if she just stuck to this story.
But not that she was afraid of him.
Yeah, well, I don't
know. See, well, that's what I find interesting. Don't you think? I don't know. It feels like she would lead with that, right? Like I was scared of him, and he told me what to say, and so I said it. Do you know what I mean? Ugh. Trash box.
Then the detectives go they go to Florida to locate Brittany Bedard.
Wow.
Yeah. They explained to her why they wanted to speak with her. She remembered going to Adam and Kayla's at Union Street and playing with one of the children. She was able to pull up a photo she took at that time. The photo was timestamped 6:02 on March 1st of 2020. Bedard believed that around that time frame, she had rented a hotel room at Econo Lodge. She stated she believed she tried to rent it at Comfort Inn. She believed she was refunded from the room and they went to Econo Lodge. When they were at Comfort Inn with Adam, Kayla, and their kids, she remembers seeing a CMC bag in between Kayla's two children in a stroller. Wow. Oh, that is just so sick. Kayla, you deserve a lot worse than what you've gotten, bitch.
I wonder what the status is with Kayla's access to her other children. Will she ever be able to have anything to do with them? Because, my God.
I hope not. She shouldn't.
No, she shouldn't. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Shouldn't. And, that's not all. It hardly ever works out the right way,
Yeah, I mean, look at just the fact that Adam had custody of Harmony in the first place tells me
Correct.
That, you're right. She very well might. Then they go on and talk. I'm not going to read through all of this because it's, this is a long one. And this is just about the U-Haul. They went and verified the U-Haul purchase. And then Travis's Facebook account, which is where he had the messages with Adam Montgomery. And then they found a couple conversations about assistance in renting the U-Haul. Let's see. Below is a conversation from Facebook records between Beach and Adam. Adam says, "Yo, if you're awake, call me. I need to talk." Travis says, hey, can we use the U-Haul for like 10 minutes? Adam missed a call from Travis. Travis missed a call from Adam. Adam, no, what's up, bro? Hit me up. Missed a bunch of calls from each other. Travis, yo, please let me know when I can come grab my stuff. There's a video call. And then Travis says, what U-Haul did you drop it off at? Because he just got a text saying the van was supposed to be back at 2. Adam says, I dropped it off on Willow, my word. Don't message me stuff like this on Facebook again, Adam says. Wow.
Fuck off, Adam.
Yeah. Then there was a proffer with Travis Beach, just about the U-Haul and the message communications. Then they got the Department of Transportation records for the U-Haul. Oh, okay. So this had, do they have the, like GPS, I wonder? Or
I wonder.
Well, I wonder.
Well, not in here, but yeah, not in here.
How that would like
they did with Leticia. They knew where that U-Haul was at.
That's what I was thinking. I bet you they do. Maybe not in here, like you said, but I bet you they do. There's a picture of the van that they used. Forensic testing of locations where Harmony's body was stored. So, as noted previously, the U-Haul van was used, was sold as an auction, and I guess they hunted this van down. It was processed with Blue Star, which is a chemical agent used to detect hemoglobin. There appeared to be a reaction on the right side of the interior step on the driver's side, a faint reaction on the passenger side floorboard, and 2 reactions approximately halfway up the back of the passenger seat. And then they grabbed multiple items from the apartment. One was a sole refrigerator in the apartment. And then there were some indications that it may not have been the same refrigerator. However, he was unable to definitively say if it was a different one. But with Blue Star, upon processing, there appeared to be a small reaction to Blue Star on the bottom right interior of the fridge. And the swabs are pending further forensic testing, so we don't know the results of those. Then they did the mini fridge, which did get a reaction back, and they're pending further testing. And to date, Harmony's remains have not been located. Now I'll read the in conclusion, and then we'll discuss it. So, conclusion. Based on the foregoing facts and circumstances, there is probable cause to believe that Adam Montgomery committed the crimes of second-degree murder, tampering with witnesses and informants, falsifying physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Therefore, I respectfully request that an arrest warrant be issued against Adam for the following charges. 1 count of second-degree murder, contrary to RSA, in that he recklessly caused the death of Harmony Montgomery by repeatedly striking Harmony on the head with a closed fist. 1 count of tampering with witnesses and informants. He purposely attempted to induce or otherwise cause Kayla to testify or inform falsely. 1 count of falsifying evidence, contrary to RSA 60. I'm not going to read all that. Let's see. He purposely altered, destroyed, concealed, or removed the body of Harmony with a purpose to impair its validity or availability in such proceeding or investigation. And 1 count of abuse of a corpse, that he purposely and unlawfully removed, concealed, or destroyed the corpse of Harmony Montgomery. Signed under the penalty of perjury, the penalty by Judge John Dunleavy. And that is it. That's the end.
See, I don't understand why they only charged Kayla with the perjury. Because the fact of the matter is, she is, in my opinion, guilty of more than that, obviously. What level, as far as how she was towards Harmony, the only thing that we can know and say for certain, based on the information that we have, is that at the very minimum, she is guilty of failure to protect or to intervene or to do anything, right? I'm sure it's more than that, but I can't, I can't prove that right now. But I don't understand why they didn't charge her with, because we learned from the weapons trial that it is the charges stemming from the weapons that is what got her to talk. Remember?
Well, is there a charge called like failure to report a death, or does like
there's all kinds of charges, but she freely admitted in her proffer here that she also aided in attempting to cover up the crime. I'm not going to go over the details, but we talked the canvas bag situation. She moved Kayla moved Harmony's body. And so what I don't understand is why she's not charged with that too. That's the part I don't understand, because I feel like she should be. And I don't, and the only reason why she spoke is because she was charged right along with Adam. She had the same charges Adam had initially in the weapons charges, or with the weapons that she controlled. I forget all the different ones that they charged him with, but basically they were the exact same charges. And that's what got her to talk.
I don't think, okay, so Crime Curious says immunity as a state's witness, like Crystal Kinney in Colorado. And I don't think so, unless we haven't heard of it yet, because she had the proffer agreement, like a Harley.
Yeah, but that's my thing, is that she went in that proffer, all right, with nothing, knowing that anything she said could and would be used against her in a court of law, just like anybody else talking to cops. That's how she went in. There was no deal for her. And so what I don't understand is, I get why they charged her with perjury. She is guilty of perjury, but also she's guilty of abuse of a corpse. In my opinion, I have to look at the statute, but if Adam is charged in abuse of a corpse, and there was at least one occasion where she participated in the same activity as Adam, how did she not get that charge?
Yeah, she literally recalls the incident of seeing Harmony's hair and teeth and skin, and it recognizing her, and then helping him zip the bag and moving the bag in between the boys.
Yes. So I don't understand why she isn't facing more serious charges. I mean, the truth of the matter is, they didn't have to give her anything. She went in there with nothing, with no guarantee, and started spilling the beans.
Maybe there's a deal we don't know about yet. Is that possible?
Maybe. I don't know.
Amy said she read somewhere they gave her witness protection when she is released, change her name, etc.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well, listen, they've done that before, and the thing about it is, now that might have been something in the 90s and early 2000s, but after 2010, for sure, that's nothing. People can find anybody now. You cannot. It's virtually impossible for an adult. You know what I mean? It would be very difficult. People will recognize her, especially after the trial, the next trial.
Yep, I agree. Well, you know what? She's going to be hated like Casey Anthony, Nicole Kessinger, all these people that.
I mean, people hate the shit out of Nicole Kessinger, and she did far less than Kayla.
Yeah. Yeah, that we know of, at least, what
that we know of. I mean, all that we can prove for sure by NK's own words is that she knowingly went in Shanann's house and hung out with Watts, which is foul. I don't care I don't care, NK, you foul for that. You knew, listen, girls know, women know.
Yep, I agree. And you guys, I linked the court documents if anybody wants to go through them. Yeah, they're in that link right there in case you guys want to read them yourself.
And also I just thought of something when you asked me about that deal. if there was a deal, we would not know about it yet. Only because, remember, they had to be really, really careful about the questions that were asked of Kayla. Like it was strictly about the weapon stuff. So we won't know about it. But oh my goodness, I just can't. Lord. I mean, fine. They needed her testimony because it took a minute for them to get results back. And even when they did get some of the results back, they didn't have anything that was strong enough, right? In their opinion. Okay. So I know that they needed to talk to Kayla, but for Pete's sake, she ought to have a charge related to her, to Harmony's death. I'm sorry, she should, to her murder. She should. I don't understand that, and people are going to be outraged. This is going to be the United States is like similar to Karla Homolka. Remember when those videotapes surfaced after Karla had her deal, and what they contained? Ugh.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Paul Bernardo and Karla Homolka from Canada, the Ken and Barbie killers.
Oh, okay. The Paul Bernardo name rings a bell. But
she's the wife. She was the wife. She was the accomplice.
I just saw a documentary on that, like on TV, that I want to watch. I don't remember. It was like I saw it on the Fire Stick, a new documentary on the Ken and Barbie. Actually, Thor, you said that right after my comment. Nightbot just dropped Crime Curious's link. Can you drop Crime Curious's channel? If someone here ain't subbed to her, they will love her channel as well. And I dropped it right above the comment.
They will. I would encourage, if y'all are not over there subscribed to Crime Curious, I don't even know what you're doing with your life.
Yes.
You're missing out.
All the channels that the Nightbot drops are awesome in here are awesome channels. I recommend you guys definitely go in and subscribing to all of them. Damn, Jen, I'm stunned after this. I don't even know how to feel. That's pretty crazy.
I'm pretty angry. I'm stunned and also angry because I don't understand. I guess I incorrectly assumed that because there were no charges related to Harmony's murder on Kayla, that her level of involvement wasn't as much as it has ended up being. And this is only what they put in to secure an arrest warrant. I cannot imagine what else is going to come out at trial, because it will all come out.
I just wish they would find her. I wish they would find that bag.
I know.
But let's think about this. The evidence that they have just in this affidavit, like, for instance, the ceiling tiles in the shelter they were staying in. And that did come back to have her DNA in it. That's pretty big evidence when it lines up with Kayla's testimony.
Oh, yes. Well, they could probably secure with that evidence a conviction without Kayla, because you always have to assume, right, if you're the prosecution, that they can put Kayla up on the stand all day long and twice on Sunday, but it's up to the jury whether or not they believe Kayla's testimony. And the fact of the matter is that the defense has many, they can poke holes in it all day long until they've whittled it down to her being uncredible. And so it's very possible, so let's pretend that she's not going to testify, right? Like they're not going to believe her testimony. Do they have enough to get a conviction of second, which now makes sense why they did not go for first degree, because they're banking on just in case the jury does not believe Kayla.
Well, technically, where he was just where he wasn't intended, the way that it happened, is that part of the reason too why it's second degree? Because he intended on not killing her. He was just trying to I don't know what he was doing, but or no, could he still get a first degree with that if there was more?
I mean, certainly. I don't want to say, the truth of the matter is I don't know. And here's why I don't know, or why I don't want to say right now, because I can't give a good answer to that, because there's a little bit more about the details that we don't know. For example, when they talk about what actually happened on December 7th, one thing that they don't talk about in the probable cause, or if they did, I missed it, so correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't talk about the amount of illicit substances that Kayla and Adam, but specifically Adam, were under at the time. And so sometimes that might change things, although it didn't for Taylor Shabiznes. The fact is that they didn't try to get aid, and that sentence that he said after the fact to Kayla, which is, I think I really hurt her this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe the prosecution just felt like they might have had enough to charge him with first degree, but were not 100% confident in that they could get a conviction. Like, look at Sarah Boone.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
She's charged the same way.
Okay, that makes sense. But I have Lisa, I want to see what you think about her comment. She says, I think defense is going to say Kayla killed Harmony and blamed it on him to get immunity.
I mean, they probably are. They're going to, I don't know. We'll see. They're going to, I believe that the same attorney who represented him in the weapons charges is also going to represent him in his murder trial. So she did go at Kayla kind of that way, like you wanted a deal. Basically was her line of cross-examination. So it's entirely possible that that's the avenue that they take.
Wow. It's all so crazy. It's a lot to wrap your mind around after reading all that.
Oh, I want to know what this correspondence, Caroline says, if you look at Kayla's past and the correspondence between the two of them, you will understand. I need to know about this. Tell me more. What would we learn from that? Because of course I want to look at it.
Thank you, Slim. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, I want to look at it too. Without the promise of Harmony's location, I don't understand how Kayla got out of this.
But I don't know how Kayla would know the location.
Kayla was never scared of Adam, Caroline says. That's her.
Okay. Caroline, where can we find this communication? Please, if you know, because I would love to look at that. I'm always interested in stuff like that. It's always the details. So important.
You're so right. Well, I'm glad that you come up here to talk with me about this, because it's tough stuff, and yeah, it just makes it better to do with you. And I want to comment on this, but first, what are your plans tonight with Shabiznes? Well,
let's see. We have the defense only called one witness in her hearing. And he is a doctor. He is going to be testifying about the substances that were in her system and their effects on people. And then there's the results of the hearing, what the judge decided. But I also have Shabiznes's criminal complaint, and I thought that we might want to go over that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that'll be awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think that case is just, as soon as I saw it, my first thought after I heard about what happened was, I can't wait to hear Jen's opinion on it.
If ever there's a throwed off case, give it to Jen Lou.
Because she is way throwed off.
She's throwed off, her and Boone.
Yes. For sure. And then the comment I was going to say about her being scared of Adam, this is my thing, you guys. I don't see how she can use that as an excuse when at the time when, she was lying to the grand jury, lying to police, they were not together anymore. Adam was lit with that Kelsey girl and Kayla was in a shelter with her kids. So how could she be that scared of him? I don't.
Right. I agree. But you know me, I like to just take a step back for just, for a minute. And because I don't want to be that person. Like I try not to be that person who's just like, well, F her. Because sometimes there are situations where that is absolutely the case. Right. And I just wanted to make sure that
right.
This wasn't one of those. But I am like, I can never be 100% sure, but I would tell y'all right now, I am 98% sure that that is not the situation here, that she did what she did as far as this proffer goes to save her own self. The thing is, she wasn't, I have a hard time believing that she was scared for herself because she wasn't even scared for her children.
Yeah, I mean, hell, just the whole thought of her keeping those babies in that car and home around him after that, and like, think about these kids. These little boys are going to grow up one day. All these court records, the story of their sister, you think they're not going to dig into it and want to know the details? They will. They will want to know. I would. Like, think about your family history or things that have happened. You want to know that stuff anyways, just naturally.
Yes.
And then they're going to find out that they were being, pushed in a stroller with their sister's remains in a bag in between them and things like that, that they were in the car when she was killed for peeing, for having accidents at 5 years old,
Right. And, I would like, and I know that we're not going to be able to find this out because we're dealing with minors here. And I know we're not entitled to know. And the boys deserve their privacy for sure. I just would feel so much better if I knew that at least while they're children, while they're minors, that she was never going to be able to have access to them ever again. Because to be honest with you, she is, in my opinion, a danger to them. Because if at the bare minimum, right, at the bare minimum, she is guilty of doing nothing, which is right up there, in my opinion, in cases like this with participating. Doing nothing is, in my opinion, just as bad as participating, because it is participating by doing nothing.
Yeah, you're damn right. Think about it, Jen. Like I said, okay, a kid has even a boo-boo. And when the neighbors' kids are here to play today, one of them got knocked in the nose by his brother today before I came live. And I'm like, hey, are you okay? Do you need an ice pack? How can I help you? I know that hurts, like, to get hit in the nose like that. Can you imagine being in a vehicle where a kid gets injured like that and doing nothing? Y'all
No,
just
I cannot. No, I cannot, because I would always take the extra step, because you know how kids are. They will, unless they're really, 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 really hurt, right? They might not say anything. They'll brush it off. They'll be like, okay, yeah, I got hit in the face with a ball, like, or something. Do you know what I mean? And obviously a baseball would be different, but like a football or something like that, something, not a baseball, but unless they're really hurt, they won't say anything. And I would take the extra step, and I would tell when they're, their parents, I would be like, look, so-and-so was at the house today and this is what had happened, and let them know to keep an eye on their child just in case, because you never know.
Yep.
I'm not a doctor, and I don't have Superman's x-ray vision, so I can't see if anything's going on internally, but I tell the parents.
Yeah, I think that I'm the same way. And like you said, to keep an eye on them, because even when there's a head injury, you have to watch them for a while. But she was instantly moaning like that. Why was Kayla, as a mother, why was her instinct? I don't give a shit about Adam. Why was her instincts as a mom not Harmony's mom, but she's still a mom to little babies in the same vehicle. Why? How were her instincts not to just turn around and help her or check on?
How about to just, I don't know, stop it? Or I don't know. I mean, they had all these ways to do all of these things. They were in, I can't. I just can't. With her, I cannot.
And Elizabeth Ross, I'm with you. I'm not sure her accidents weren't because of them anyways. We know that Adam punched Harmony because she was watching her baby brother and wasn't doing a good enough job, like an infant. He was crying.
I read that affidavit today, and you know what I learned about that? This is what happened. She was in charge of her younger brother, okay? And when Adam came out of the bathroom, I believe it was, Harmony had her hand over his mouth to keep him from crying, which was probably something that she learned from Kayla and Adam. And that's why he lost his mind.
Damn, that's a good point. But yeah, you're right. That's exactly. I remember now when you say that. That's exactly what it was. But because Harmony probably would get in trouble if she wasn't
exactly. That's
Amy in Boston says Kayla's mom is adopting the little ones. Wow. That's great. I'm not saying anything's wrong with her mom. It's just the fact that they will.
I'd like to know how there was a cooler in a hallway for a couple of weeks and there was no smell.
I'd like to know that too. And nobody happened to look in it at just a little cooler like that in the hallway.
Right.
Let me go back to a picture of that real fast since we're just chatting. I got to go pick up my car it got painted. I finally got the hood painted.
Yay! I'm so glad.
There's the little bag. Like, oh my God. This part is like one of the worst parts of the entire thing, about Adam in the shower, and Kayla described, her body looking like her and stuff. That's
what's so heartbreaking about cases like these to me is that it doesn't sound like she wasn't even here for all that long. I mean, think about it. 5 years is not that long of a time. And I don't know, she didn't have a whole lot of joy or happiness or a childhood the way we think a childhood should be or what we try to give our children, right? As ideal as we can. We try to, you cannot, struggles happen, right? I get that part. I'm not talking about I don't know how to put this correctly, but at the end of the day, it doesn't sound like her little short life had very much joy in it. And I think that might be the most heartbreaking, that she didn't, what were her little memories? Yeah, I think probably the only good time she ever had might have been with the people who were fostering her. And let's be honest about what a foster parent is to a child. It's for the people who are doing it for the right reasons and out of the kindness of their heart, and they just want to give kids a safe place. But to a child, a foster parent is a stranger, and she got more care, love, and affection from two strangers, right, than the people who are supposed to love you the most, which is your parents. It's just so thrown off. I can't do it. Oh, it makes me so mad.
What a sad thought to think about that. Like the one people that probably showed her love and affection and attention and all the things were strangers. These are, which is not a pleasant experience, no matter how nice they are, right?
No, it's scary to kids. They don't know them. They don't know these people. They are taken away from everything that they've known. Granted, it is chaotic and dangerous and all of that, but children don't know that. they don't know that what they're going through isn't right because it's all they've ever known. That's, and so when it happens, it's scary to them. It's scary to them. And let's be honest, even if they do kind of know that what's going on is all, I mean, I would think all they would really understand me, depending on their age, is that whatever they're going through is painful, right? Physically and emotionally. Okay. But then I would imagine that it doesn't instill a whole lot of trust in adults either. So they're going into a completely new environment with what they know is that grown-ups hurt children or grown-ups have hurt them. So they're being placed with other grown-ups. Can you imagine?
God, that's so sad. It's just an awful thought.
And then on top of it, the system is so effing broken, And this is why I get so annoyed with when I hear stories of people using CPS, as some sort of revenge tactic. This system is broken and taxed enough.
And how do you know you calling CPS on somebody because you're mad at them? How do you know you ain't putting their kids with an abusive foster home or God only knows what?
Correct.
How many kids? That's something I've talked about a lot, and it really frustrates me how many kids actually die in the damn system. A lot of them, whether they're in foster homes, adopted homes, or put back with their piece of shit parents like Harmony. A lot of them die after being through the system or in the system, period.
Exactly. I would be really curious to know just exactly what fixing the CPS system really would entail. I'm going to look into that.
I would love to.
There has got to be something. I don't know how many people are watching because I'm on StreamYard, but just imagine if all of us who feel the way that we feel, who recognize, okay, this is what the problem is. We can talk about the problems all day long. It's not going to change anything without action, right? If we all got together and tried to work cohesively to form some type of solution, or at least a suggestion of a solution.
I'm so down, and I'll tell you what, there's a creator called Down the Rabbit Hole News, and she used to work for CPS, and I think that if we wanted to really try to think of things, maybe we should try to work.
We should reach out to her. Yeah. There has got to be something that we can do besides being, like outraged. Feeling like we're feeling right now. Exactly. There's got to be something we can do.
Okay. And there's a couple comments I want to read to and get your opinion.
Okay.
But first, I got to ask you, this cooler, just imagine you're staying with your family, and they have this cooler in your hallway for weeks. How are you not going to look in it? It's just a cool, look at it. I feel like I would open it.
First of all, I would say, why is the cooler in the hallway? Because a cooler does not belong in a hallway. All right. That's number one. And I would want to move it. And I can promise you that based on the reaction from me wanting to move it would probably cause some sort of issue. And then I would be like, well, what the fuck is in here? Yes, I would be asking questions. I mean, when I went to see my sister, we were laying by the pool and there was a cooler outside. And I moved that cooler to in between the lawn chairs where we were laying out so that I could put the vegetables and dip on top of the cooler, right? And then I remember asking my sister, where'd this cooler even come from? And she's like, Jen, that's ours. And it was light, like it was empty,
right.
But there goes my true crime mind. Where'd this cooler come from?
See? Normal people would probably question, or what? I don't know.
It was outside on a patio by a pool, y'all. It's not like it was in the middle of a hallway. Right. It wasn't somewhere it wasn't being used as a coffee table or an end table or something like that. It was by a pool.
And also, my other question to you is, how do you sleep in a room like this and that there is a deceased child in the ceiling, and how do you do it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Betty Joe says, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but they should have left Harmony where she was. Don't be sorry, because that's the truth. And then Patricia said, it's like Oakley Carlson, which, oh God, that case is just like this one, you know? But that one was very similar. She wasn't reported missing for like a couple years or, you know, a long time like that. And when she finally was, there was all these stories coming out about a fire that happened at the house, but they didn't call the fire department, and the brother saying that she was eaten by wolves. And so, as far as I know, there's still no.
There's another case like that where it was a newborn, and it was the mother and the father, and they were on the heroin, and the baby had been with a foster family, and the foster mother got up there and testified, and they ended up putting her like down a well or something like that, and that's where the fire department recovered her from. But when that foster mother got up there and testified about that baby, it like to have broke my heart, because she wanted to adopt the baby. She was so upset and sad when they decided to, you know, whatever that's called. What is it? I keep wanting to say rehoming, but that's what you do with pets. Reconcile the family.
Right. Yeah. What do you call that?
It's something I can't think of.
Yes, you are so. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Ah.
I can't think of it either.
It's what they like to do. They like to put the kids back with their parents.
Exactly.
Kayla's
Somebody in the chat will help us. I know they will. Let me look.
Let's see.
Reunification. There you go. Thank you. We're smart sometimes, but just not right this second or about that.
Caroline says, Kayla's mom is no better based on my research about a year and a half ago. Patricia said, I think all schools should have a dedicated spotter to look who kids who are suffering or are violent. I think that's a really good idea. They definitely should. If people need a license to fish or hunt, they need one. Yeah, I agree with you. It's frustrating. If you gotta have a mental health checkup to get a gun. Some of these parents need mental health checkups for sure, but
yeah.
What can you do?
There was another case in Florida too, and this one I remember because this happened right when we moved to Pinellas Park. I mean, we had just been there for, I don't know, maybe 48 hours, maybe 72. The house was fairly put together, so I have to say I'm thinking 72. And I was in the middle of just putting like the last finishing touches on it, I think. And I remember listening to like Pandora, I think, and then I got an Amber Alert and I went to look at it. And it was a situation where the mother reported that the son had been kidnapped. And it turns out that she unalived him and I believe put him in a dumpster, if I'm not mistaken. But the situation was this. He had been removed from her custody, and he had just newly been reunified. And this is when Florida's system came under even more scrutiny and fire because they contract out the workers, the social workers that handle the reunification process. And the mother had called her social worker repeatedly saying, I cannot take this. I cannot handle this. I cannot do this, et cetera, et cetera. She did reach out for help.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and this is why it was a problem. Yeah.
Sweet and Sleuthy says, I strongly suggest if anyone wants to be part of the change in protecting children within the system, become a CASA, court-appointed advocate. I'm a CASA, and it's a phenomenal nonprofit. And then Caroline, which me and you should look into this, she says there were many Facebook posts between Kayla and Adam where they repeatedly vowed that they would be there for each other till the wheels fall off, including after Harmony was redrummed with with my own red rummed with my own eye holes.
Well, Caroline, if anybody if anybody can find that stuff, it'd be Allie.
I'm gonna.
Allie will know exactly what to put in. I have to admit, I am not as good at searching Facebook as I am searching using Google.
You're a Google expert, Jen. You are.
Expert testimony. I can Google. I can work the Googles pretty well, y'all. I be Googling all kinds of stuff, not just true crime stuff.
Well, I know that's pretty funny. I think you need a sponsor from Google at this point, but
they ain't finna sponsor me.
Well, I'm so glad that you came on with me today, and then tonight I'll be over there. We'll all be over there watching.
You want to come up with me tonight?
Yeah,
and go over this stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And then
I always want you to. You know, all you got to do is tell me you're down, and I'll be like, "Yay!"
Well, we will be there no matter what.
Okay.
Inspector Gadget says, "Okay, Letitia, Jen."
I have a PhD in Google.
That's funny. I'm afraid something will happen and my Google searches will be in court.
Listen, I have a reason and an explanation for every single one of my Google searches.
Sure, that's what they all say. Perfectly good explanation for
Perfectly reasonable and logical explanations that have nothing to do with any crime perpetrated by yours truly.
All right, you guys. Jen Lou's got me Googling Vanderpump Rules instead of homicide.
I know. I'm sure that because when I made that intro, I was like looking up all the old cast photos, to put them together. And I am, thank you, Inspector Gadget. I love you too. I was looking up their pictures, and I'm sure whatever fucked off watch list I'm on was like, there was probably sirens going off. Oh God, she's then moved on to reality stars. Let's extra watch this one.
The feds are probably confused. That's so funny. Y'all are crazy. All right. Well, thank you for coming.
Annie, November something. I can't remember, but November
20th. I just looked it up. So it's
20th. Okay.
Watch me be wrong about that, but no, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me.
I know the only thing I know for sure is it's November.
Yeah, jury selection slated to begin November 20th.
All right. There you go.
Well, thank you for being here, Jen, and thank you, chat, for being here. You guys, I hope you'll go check out the links that I dropped. And I'm going to go pick up my car, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, babe. I'll talk to you in a little bit, too. Thanks for having me up. Thanks to everybody in chat. You guys are all wonderful. And Allie, I just adore the shit out of you. So you're just a fucking delight.
You are just a delight too. And thank you. And yes, all you guys. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.